Amit Bharadwaj is joining us live right now from outside the Red Fort. Even that area hasn't been spared, completely inundated. Amit, that essentially means parts of Old Delhi right now are also completely flooded out. Is the water level rising? Amit, you've been there from early this morning. Is it only continuing to go up now?
Akshata, let me make this pretty clear that, many people must be confused that floods have not touched Delhi yet, and it is just the floodplains and the low-lying areas of Delhi which should be troubled and concerned. These visuals that our viewers are seeing on their screens, this is the official declaration of floods hitting the national capital. Till yesterday, the major concern was what will happen when the mark of Yamuna touches 208. This is what was the fear about. Now, this is Kashmiri Gate on one side, Old City's wall, which has been breached by Yamuna. On the other side is the Red Fort. Clearly, all these areas which used to be the older imagination of Delhi, Yamuna has managed to breach those boundaries as well. And let me also explain to the viewers, Akshata, as I'm speaking, suddenly the force of water has increased, and the water level, I can tell you, at least at this patch, this side of the road, the force of the water, the current of the water is actually increasing as I speak, and so is the water level. So this is, I do not know how to explain this as to what would be causing this, because on the other side, as we were speaking, things were slightly better. But as you move on this side of the road, the force of the water is quite, strong, and the water level is also increasing. That is pretty clear, and this happened as I was speaking. So this also means that the trouble and the concern for Delhi wala is constantly increasing. Since morning, we have been reporting as to how first water breached the Yamuna Bazaar area yesterday. Just to give a sense of things, I'll request Sajid to pan the camera on his right-hand side. The flyover that you are seeing, the road that leads to ISBT, is on the other side, on the right-hand side of that flyover is Yamuna Bazaar. Yesterday, India Today had reported the inside visuals. I had entered the area of Yamuna Bazaar on a boat and had reported as to how people are waiting for the water to recede, but that was constantly increasing. They were, living on the first floor of their homes. But today, the water in the morning not only breached the Yamuna Bazaar area, but it also managed to reach these areas, and now the Kashmiri Gate area is in knee-deep water, and it's almost very difficult. As I'm walking, it's very difficult to manage the balance, because the force of the water is getting stronger on this patch, and this is the official declaration of flood hitting the national capital. It was 1978. Remember, Akshata, when Delhi had witnessed true floods in 1978, and that point in time, Yamuna, suddenly the water is actually increasing again. These are not good signs. These are not actually good signs, because in 1978 the water level of Yamuna was at at 207.49, and today as we speak it has already crossed 208.52 or 53. And this is constantly increasing. And remember, for our viewers' benefit, there is not a single drop of rainfall in the national capital for the past couple of days. Yes, there were some drizzling yesterday, but not rain. So this water that is coming is actually from Himachal Pradesh, which is being released by Haryana from Hatnikund Dam, because the access water cannot be held back at Hatnikund Barrage. There's no way to store that water, which means that the water which is coming from Himachal Pradesh will keep on troubling Haryana and eventually further increase the scenes like this. So only thing that we can pray right now is that Himachal Pradesh does not witness further rains, and that the water slowly gets receding in the national capital. But these 24 hours, Akshata, are very critical, and for our viewers' understanding, it's so critical that in the past couple of minutes as we are speaking, the current of the water has gotten stronger. The water level is rising inside the city of the national capital, even if you go by the measures of the old days, of the imagination of old Delhi measures. So that is what is happening right now in the national capital, and it's dangerous as well. On the other side, you will see, I'll request Sajid to show you as to what is happening on the other side. There's a vehicle which is stuck in the water. We did speak to the driver. He's saying that it got stuck and now it's not functional. And many of the youngsters are also taking, we shouldn't say the benefit of the situation, because these are not good visuals, but they are managing to swim under the Kashmiri Gate area, Lohapul area, where there is humongous, I would not say waterlogging. This is Yamuna flowing inside the city. You're
right. You know, this is not a flood. This is the river that's flowing through Delhi right now. I can see that the current is increasing, the flow is increasing, so be careful out there, Amit. And thanks very much for getting us that ground report. Amit braving the situation out there now to tell you what's the situation. And believe it or not, this is what Delhi looks like right now. The Yamuna is flowing through the national capital. You can see the current in Amit's frame as well. And that tells you this is no ordinary flood. This is the river passing through the national capital right now, and there's nothing anybody can do. You can't pump out any of this water because it's flowing through Delhi, and where do you pump it to? So you just have to wait, hold on tight, and hope that the water levels recede in a few hours from now.